I'm Justin Itzen with the Oppenheim Group, and this is a behind-the-scenes look at Orange County real estate. Polly, welcome.
Thank you. I love the backdrop. It's a very familiar setting that we're in, that we find ourselves in. I know that we get asked this question a lot by clients.
Yeah.
What would be your market predictions for the next 12 months?
I think we're in like unprecedented times right now. I really believe so, because we've just never seen this shortage of inventory. And then also potentially heading into a recession, already in a recession for that matter.
Interest rates are going to keep going up, or
I think interest rates are going to, stay high for a while, high 5s, 6s for a couple of years. So, you've seen it. Look at the listings that we have. Like, there's not enough good inventory in the high desirable communities that we're surrounded. Dover Shores,
right.
East Bluff, Irvine Terrace. Like, when a good listing comes up, it's snatched right off the bat. Even if, this doesn't matter what month it's in, December, January, high interest rates, no interest. Like, it just, if it's a good property in Orange County, it gets snapped. It gets gobbled up.
I do feel like buyers who are looking kind of under 2 million, we've seen a definite change in the speed at what those properties go for. But last year we had 8-9 properties that didn't even last a weekend.
Yeah. With
20 offers. And it was, all contingencies removed. It was so easy to sell those houses. And that was the first year in real estate for me. And I'm like, this is so easy.
I know. I remember us talking about that. Like we literally put it up and we knew the next weekend that the house was
done.
So it's crazy how you've seen the hottest market we may ever have now to a period where it's cooling significantly, demand's down, and
people are nervous.
People are nervous, for sure.
But that's our job to, ease minds, to, advise them as best we can that they're still making a good decision. They're still,
What's about location?
Right.
That's what we're selling. We're selling the dream, the lifestyle, the location. And that's what you get in Orange County. You get the best weather, you get the best schools, shopping, restaurants, amenities. Like, it's all here. So I think people are comfortable investing in an area like Orange County, Newport Beach, versus other areas. When you ask me when clients ask me that question, like, what's the market look like? I think it's when we look back from 5 years, it's going to be completely different in different areas.
Right.
I'm just talking
like nationwide. It's horrible.
Yeah.
In Newport Beach, it's still going to be great.
Still pretty good.
Well, it's LA. Newport Beach.
The mansion tax in LA. Yeah. My goodness. If I owned a property over 5 million, over 10 million, and had to pay the county 5% when I sold it.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. I got $500,000.
Well, I have a listing right now in the Palisades, which is LA County, 6 mil, and the mansion tax comes into effect in 16 days, and
that's a couple $100,000.
$350,000 that my seller is going to have to pay to LA County for mansion tax.
That's crazy. I guess it's a good thing for Orange County. We'll get all the LA folk to come down here.
I will take it. But I'd really like to sell this listing before it comes in, because that's the thing with us as well. We really care about our clients. It's not just getting the deal done, getting, our commission. It's so much more than that. And that is why I love working with you, because you have the same view and relationship with your clients, that it's not just about the commission. Yeah. Like, you care about them.
About building that lifelong relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gaining their trust.
So it's difficult in LA for that, because my sellers, I really don't want them to have to pay $350,000 extra dollars.
Yeah, that's great. That's crazy.
But it is what it is. Hopefully, Yeah. I had a couple of good showings yesterday, so hopefully we get an offer today or tomorrow.
Boom. Oh, last week when we were sitting here in the office, Jason brought up the NAR lawsuit.
Yeah, the federal lawsuit that's going to take out a lot of agents, which I am like, okay, this sounds disastrous for realtors.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of them, it is.
Yeah.
It is going to be disastrous for them.
Yeah.
I think we're in a very privileged, safe space at the Oppenheim Group, being with this brand and having, you know, Jason is a attorney. Like, he has that mind frame, and everything that he does in his business is to, you know, weather these storms that come, and that's going to be a big storm for people.
It's gonna
other realtors.
It's gonna be
area.
It's gonna be a nasty storm if that passes. Actually, yeah, I think a lot of agents are gonna, you know, lose. I mean, it's gonna put more focus on being a listing agent, because now you're not gonna get paid as a buyer's agent. So literally any buyers that you represent, you're now going to have to sign an additional contract with them, and they're going to have to pay you out of pocket. So with this lawsuit, I mean, typically the listing side pays our commission, right? They offer it on the MLS. They offer us, you know, 2.5% to bring the buyer to them. So now, as a buyer's agent, you're not going to get paid. So you're going to have to negotiate with your client almost like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Right? Contracting for your time. What's your time worth? If you're a better agent, do you charge more? If you're a newer agent, do you charge less?
Right.
Like, this is open season now for, you know, having clients and helping them purchase their house.
And I think we're going to see a lot of brokerages and agents really, you know, I'll do it for this amount and just undercut. It's going to be like the Wild West of like trying to
Hunger Games.
Yeah, I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah.
But it's going to get really messy with that, because no buyers are going to voluntarily just pay out of pocket.
Yeah, so I just pulled it back up. Okay, so why is NAR, National Association of Realtors, being sued? So there's a recent class action lawsuit filed against the National Association of Realtors, and 4 large real estate franchisors allege that sellers are unfairly required to pay buyers, brokers' commission, and falsely assert the sellers do not have any ability to negotiate.
I disagree. I disagree with that. Like, I feel like a buyer should pay for their realtor to like the sellers, like the listing agent should be paying the buyer's agent commission. They should.
Not in this lawsuit.
You know, I don't agree with it. When's it happening? I'm there.
Well, I think, as Jason mentioned in the meeting, I think this is going to be, you know, this could be a year, 2-year, 3-year play. But if this does, you know, this is going to have major repercussions on the overall real estate landscape and how real estate agents operate and get paid. So this is, you know.
Okay, Justin, so you obviously have been involved heavily in seeing me film, go off and do my fun bits. Pearl that I sold in season 1, that was our listing. I rang the bell very hard for that listing. It was a good one. But what was it like for you to actually watch the show after having worked with me so closely in that process of filming?
I was excited. I mean, I was excited to see you like perform and like go to work. Like, you did an amazing job, number one. And I thought the show was awesome. I mean, I'm obviously biased, right? So, but I think, you know, all the hard work behind the scenes, then then into a season 1 show, and it actually being amazingly successful. Like, I'm just proud of you. Like, you killed it. Like, you did a really good job. So, you know, it was.
You did tell me off for taking my clothes off, and I'm like, I lost a bet.
Well, what was funny is
what else am I gonna do? I lost a bet.
I was there at the beach scene, right? We were having a great time. I mean, we were drinking for multiple hours, so I'll give you that. And then I leave you for like 5 minutes, and I go up. We're at Hotel Laguna, right? Okay, I go up to use the restroom. I'm going up the stairs. I use the restroom. I come back down. All of a sudden, I hear Polly took her clothes off. I'm like, what? Like, Polly, what did you do?
I lost a bet, and it was actually a very collaborative experience. People stitched me up, and I wasn't really. So the bet was between me and Tyler.
Yeah.
Skinny dip in the ocean. Just if anyone hasn't seen it, watch it. It's fun. And I lost the bet by other people stitching me up with the wrong score of the sunset. Whatever the reason. So I lost the bet. I had to skinny dip. So,
well, I guess if there was any place to skinny dip, that evening was amazing. The weather was
it
perfect.
wasn't an 11 out of 10, but yes, I admit it. But afterwards, I spoke to Tyler and I was like, would you have done it? And he's like, yeah, I would have done it. A bet's a bet, but I would have gone into the water first and then removed clothes. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should have done that.
Tyler has some experience, it sounds like.
But whatever, like, it is what it is. Like, that's what's difficult for me with, you know, the show, because obviously it's very business focused, but also it's personal life. Like, would I do that? Would I make a bet like that with a client around? No, yeah. It's my personal life. I like to have fun. You know, never a caffle on a bet. So that was a funny thing for I think people to see all of the different aspects of my life together.
Actually watching the show now, like thinking about it after I think, was that episode like 4 or 5 or something like that?
End of 3.
I felt like after that you like took off as your, you know, on the show. Yeah. You just catapulted.
Well, I feel like, you know, production were like, oh, okay.
She likes to have fun.
Yeah, I think that was because, you know, the first couple of months, I think people were kind of nervous, not really knowing what the vibe was. And then by that point, I was just like, well, this is me. So
yeah.